Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. I recognize you from my dealings with Imperial intelligence. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Drummond Cass.
You enjoy your job, don't you?
Dominating lesser beings and squashing their will to resist? Of course I enjoy it. I think you will too. The situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished, and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to thin the slave population.
Slave deaths will be a byproduct of my plan, but not the focus. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
What a disturbing experiment. You're quite the sadist, Lord Drow.
Please, there's no need for flattery. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
I'm at home dealing death from the shadows.
Indeed. The most effective agents of the Empire are the ones who work behind the scenes. My assistant, Sergeant Slerin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the Quell toxin.
Let's get this over with.
Impatient? Of course you are. My superior certainly knows how to choose his assistants. What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender? This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
Very interesting, I'm sure.
Don't you see? Lord Drow compromises efficiency for his own twisted fixations. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
Can't you simply get reassigned somewhere else?
I can't go over Lord Drow's head. He'd have mine on a pole if I tried anything. Lord Drow's dosage of Quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
I want these renegade slaves to pay for disobeying the Empire.
You're not merely prolonging the slaves' agony, but my own as well. Committed to your work, aren't you? Very well. Take the Quell toxin and inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems. See Lord Drow for your payment when you're done.
Make me look good.
You delivered the exact results I hoped for. Quell is like an imbibed torture device infesting those rebel slaves. It's exhilarating to see the effects on the survivors who can only stand by and watch helplessly.
Looks like all that's left is to settle the bill.
I promised you'd be compensated well, and I stand by my promises. Quell Toxin will be a great asset to the Empire. Uprisings will end painfully and decisively. You've earned your reward, my friend. Now go. I have horror and despair to observe and chronicle.
Watcher 2 here. I'm receiving your signal. Mapping your location now. Glad you made it through the jungle safely, Agent. Ready to work?
Just tell me why I'm here. I don't have time for chat.
Of course. Let's get to business. You may have noticed the chaos out there. There's a slave rebellion going on and you're heading into the middle of it. Our analyst charged with monitoring the rebellion is with me. His name is Lodenth Kashar. He can fill you in on the details.
Go ahead then.
Imperial intelligence is leaving concerns about the rebellion itself to the military. You're here for a specific slave, an alien named Jurithus.
How am I supposed to find one slave in all this mess?
It won't be easy, I'll give you that. Jurithus was once owned by an anti-government radical who used slaves to carry messages to like-minded dissidents.
Have we questioned the slave's former master?
He's gone. Dead at the hands of an over-enthusiastic agent. That's why Minder 4 is no longer with us.
One way or another, I'll make sure he talks.
Another reason why it's useful to have aliens on staff. In any case, good luck.
I'll get Jurithus's messages.
You should find your targets inside the camp. Take a slave down, apply the serum, and locate Jurithus. This is the only way we can learn what the radicals are planning. Time's running out, Agent.
Look at them out there, they're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
I don't see the problem.
Well, it might not matter. But we want to know for certain what's going on. We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down. Maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
I'll be back once I learn anything.
Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
Hey, Imperial. How's it going? Seeing as how you're already killing slaves and causing a fuss, how'd you like to make a pile of credits?
Amazing how few credits can brighten up the day.
That's what I like to hear. Let me give you the lowdown. So Darth Valron is on the Dark Council, and his apprentice Lord Ket wants to advance, so he starts building a giant statue to his master. But Lord Ket doesn't want his master to know, so he brings in slaves from off-world. Slaves rebel, and we get this mess.
I assume you weren't hired to tell tourists the fascinating tale of the slave rebellion.
Here's where it gets complicated. Lord Ket wants to save face, but secretly. He calls in me and my mercs. By the time we get here, the slaves have captured some giant industrial drills, and they're getting ready to bring down the whole giant statue. Our best team goes in with explosives to blow up the drills. Slaves kill every last one. Got a pile of credits for anyone who grabs those explosives, hooks them to a giant drill, then fights off slaves until the explosives detonate.
There's what, a couple thousand slaves here? If they had any brass, they wouldn't have waited till the statue was half built to start shooting. They deserve what they get.
You're not the initiate, but you're strong to have killed so many. You honor us. Welcome to our prison.
Start talking, but move wrong and I kill you.
You want explanations? I am Traga Unvol, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion, for only Sith possess true freedom.
Either way, you're still stuck here.
To leave would have been to die in the fire of Imperial blasters. I had other plans. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
Let's hear some more.
We are hateful. We are powerful. We are free. In this way, we are already Sith. Now you can spread word of us to the Empire. Your strength is great. With your approval, we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
The Empire will hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow, and there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
All right. In the meantime, use discretion. You don't need to draw more attention to yourself.
Farewell for now. We return to the shadows.
Rise and shine. Me?
I'm running. Chest hurts. Something's in my head. Rain's coming down. Everything's sinking into the ground.
Potent stuff. Haven't seen anyone zoned out like that since Nar Shaddaa.
I think I know you, but I don't remember anything. I don't know what you want. Everything hurts.
Tell me where Jarithus is, or I'll hurt you more.
Jarithus is gone. Day's gone now. It all goes so slowly. Jarithus burns and starts to look like our Colossus. Incomplete. Jarithus died fighting in the jungle. I don't remember why we were fighting. Jarithus died, I know that.
Listen to me carefully. I need to know where Jarithus died.
Jarithus died with Safin and Ranith and Avira. All aliens. All friends. All fighting beside the foot of the statue. Jarithus is still there. If the beasts haven't eaten him.
You better hope he has what I want.
What should I think about now? I don't know what to do with my head. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Don't worry. You don't have to think anymore.
I don't have to think. Thank you.
Cripes. Don't even think he felt it.
Naboram amga, mamni nikan, nagnaya mamni kamgam, naya namram kam, kala amka mani, lidik bak,
Hurry up, will you?
kalam nebua, nemgam gam ginia gekuan, amner na hanak.
I don't suppose he bothers you this much.
Dem kanaya nukan, kinim naya lak umnug mege.
Agent, you're to suspend all field operations immediately. You're needed elsewhere.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you, Keeper.
Watcher 2 is still your liaison to base, but I wanted to deliver these orders personally. Darth Jadis wants to speak with you. You will proceed to his chambers for an audience. You've met Darth Jadis, experienced his power. I suggest you treat him with respect and do as he asks.
I'm looking forward to chatting with a member of the Dark Council.
Of course. You will resume operations when this is finished, Agent. Keeper out.
Well, that didn't sound so good. Still, powerful men are the same across the galaxy. I'll bet your life that whatever else Jadis is, he's a powerful man too.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
The killers will now serve the Empire. I have their oath of allegiance here.
What do you mean? Let me see that datapad. This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become Sith.
We use the tools we're given, no matter what they are.
I understand. Of course. Of course you're right. I'll inform Command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade. But I'll make sure they know, too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.